you guys over there. Might as well bring back a toy. And then, of course, the last two right up here, it's going to be Jade and Bailey. So I'm going to say hi to you guys. Jade's on the right, and then little Bailey is on the left. So these are all 5 of our girls. And what we're going to be talking about this afternoon, guys, is kind of what makes a dolphin a dolphin. How are they adapted to their environment? Now, the first thing that any animal has to think about is how they're going to eat. How they're going to get the food that they need. Now, our dolphins get between 15 and 20 pounds of fish per day. That is per dolphin per day. So we go through about 200 pounds of restaurant quality fish, yes, the same fish that we eat, every single day just for our dolphins. That's a lot of fish, guys. So dolphins out in the ocean have to be able to catch all of that fish. So these guys have some really cool adaptations to actually make that happen. And of course, the number one thing is going to be speed. So fish are fast, but our dolphins can be faster. Dolphins can reach a top speed of up to 25 miles an hour. I'm going to show you guys the speed starting over here. You can see that kind of zooming around, making that nice big wake behind her. Now putting that in perspective, they can reach 25 miles an hour. Us as humans, we're not built for the water, guys. Michael Phelps on a good day might be able to reach like 4 miles an hour. That's about it. We're not built for the water. These guys are. They can pump that tail up and down very fast to get through the water. So it doesn't matter if they're right side up or upside down. So that's little Bailey. So she has a lot of energy, and she's our youngest and smallest dolphin. So she has a lot of energy. You can see because they're pumping their tail up and down, doesn't matter if they're right side up or upside down. They're going to go the same exact speed in order to catch all of that fish. You're going to see 2 more examples of that speed going around there. Now, a lot of times, speed doesn't always work. Sometimes the fish are faster. But dolphins are smarter. They have all these really cool hunting strategies they can use in order to actually catch that fish and trap them. Now, one of them uses kind of a muddy bank to their advantage. Now, this strategy is called strand feeding. You guys are going to see why in just a second. So this is called strand feeding. They use this muddy bank to kind of trap the fish between them and the mud. Now you guys will actually see this technique being used off the coast of South Carolina. It's actually pretty close to us, right? You guys are going to see, they're going to come on over in just a second. There we go, we're going to have lots of dolphins showing you guys this behavior. There we go, we're going to have 4 of them. So keep your eyes on here in the center. This is what strand feeding looks like. There they are. So you can see why it's called strand feeding, right? So it kind of looks like the dolphin is stranding itself. But it's actually not true. These guys are very smart. Yes, is it risky? Yeah, of course. However, the payoff is usually bigger than the risk. They can get that fish. Now, another strategy these guys can use is pretty similar to that one. They're still going to be using the beach to their advantage. Now, this one actually doesn't require a lot of water. This is called hydroplaning. So these guys, you'll see this a lot off the coast of Western Australia with a lot of those dolphins that live there. They can come on up, trap that fish between them and the beach, and then come up to only about 1 inch of water to actually catch that fish and skim right across the top. So it's a really cool strategy that they can use to kind of outsmart that fish. Then we got one more example there. We got 2 of them. This is my spirit. Show you guys their hydroplaning moves. I'm just going to do it once. All right. So we're going to move on because all these hunting strategies are really awesome, right? However, they're not going to work unless our dolphins can actually communicate with each other. They are social animals. They have to work together to do these strategies. Now, they can't do that without communication. They have to be able to talk to each other. Now, of course, the first way they can communicate is pretty obvious. They will actually talk to each other. So these are called vocalizations. We can show you guys a few of those. Oh, they're doing some bubbles over there. That's okay. So you hear a couple of their different sounds. There we go. Jess is the most high pitch. And that is Jade. Jade is the only one that can actually make that sound. So hopefully she's going to do it again. There we go. These guys make a lot of noises. That's how they can communicate with each other. We do have, like I said, we have a couple mother-daughter pairs. We have a mother-son pair in here. You can actually hear them talking to each Now, of course, when they can't actually vocalize, there are some other ways that they can communicate as well. So this is kind of the equivalent of us using our hands to communicate. It's kind of like us waving to each other. We can't actually speak. So these guys can actually use slaps on the water in order to do that. So you can see they can use their tail. They can use those big pectoral flippers right up front. So you guys can see that. We got Chesapeake on the left-hand side too. And then these guys, when they don't want to use really part of their body, they really want you to listen, they can use their entire body. That is Maya showing you guys what's called a back reach. Now that big splash is a really great way for them to communicate with each other. This is Spirit. She's showing you guys a side reach. So that was Maya first, the back reach. Now this is a side reach. You guys can see how they're named. Whatever part of their body you land on, right? That's a really great way that they communicate. Now we're going to see Jade's version of a back reach. One of our boys wanted to show you guys as well. That was Jade's back reach. So actually seeing one of our boys do that is a great way to show you guys that these are natural behaviors. The dolphins already know how to do this. They will do this out in the ocean. So you saw one of our boys, not in session, not getting food for it, right? But he's still doing the behavior. It's completely natural for them to do. So it's really cool that you guys actually were able to see that. Then we're going to show you guys a couple more of these high energy behaviors to really show you what makes a dolphin a dolphin. So keep your eyes over here on the right hand side. First, you guys are going to see what's called a bow. They're right here in the center. So that is a bow behavior. Now keep your eyes right here in the center again. This is Bailey with a back dive. So she get really, really high. That was Bailey. Then we're going to see Jay doing a vertical spin. Making a nice big splash on that one. These are all really cool behaviors to show you guys because dolphins are built for these. They are very powerful. They have a very strong tail that actually allows them to do that. So now these guys are going to give you one more example of how powerful that tail really can be. You guys are going to get a good look at that tail flip, but I think get right up here in the center first. It's a little bit harder to get in the center area. There we go. A little bit better over there on the side. There we go. Just wanted to show you guys her tail flip, that's all. Those are always really fun. The splashes are always my favorite. Really cool way to show you guys that tail. Can't reach pretty far. Now we're going to show you guys over there on the left-hand side. This is Bailey. She has a little itty-bitty tail flip. However, it can still reach pretty far. Hopefully it doesn't. There we go. There we go. That's getting the wire out of it now. Just wants to keep on going. She's trying for you guys. Alright guys, it is always fun to kind of end on those splashes, so we are going to be wrapping up our training session for this afternoon. We're going to do it one more time, no? Alright. One more time, never mind, you want to do it one more time. Here's little Bailey. That was a good one. She has a little teeny tiny tail flip. That was a good one for her, guys. Now we're going to see Chesapeake. She's going to show you guys a little bit of a different way to do these little splashes.
So together.